Jack it up. Jack it up.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. We're back today with Champions League action. It's Manchester City versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. City, of course, lead 2-0 for the first leg. And we're not at the Etihad. We're not at home. We're back in Budapest. We're back at the Puskás Arena. And it's actually been noted by Pep Guardiola, the best pitch he's played on, he said, in a long while. Which is something that, obviously, the Hungarians will take really well. That obviously got one of the best pitches. If Pep Guardiola, one of the best managers in the world, says that, then definitely. Willkommen is, of course, what the Germans say. Welcome for us, but playing the Germans today, but of course in Budapest, so in Hungary, so Szia, which means hello, and also goodbye for the Hungarians. You're never quite sure if they're coming or going, are you? I'm not sure they're quite sure, and that's the problem maybe. Today, Gladbach won't be sure whether they've got a chance in this game or not. So the City side on the left-hand side there for you. It's Ederson in goal Walker, Stones, Diaz and Cancelo back four. It's a very strong side, by the way. Rodri, Bernardo and Gundogan in the middle. And then it's Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne and Mahrez up top. This, I think, on current form, is by far the best City side you're going to see at the moment on form. I know Sterling's not in there. Some would say Sterling should be in there, but I think this is definitely the best City side. The side I personally think should have started in the Manchester derby. And it's a very strong side. We'll pull up the Dortmund side and the City side alongside each other here. We've gone with sort of the three in midfield there for City. It could be the two sitting of Gundogan and Rodri, and then we see the double false nine with De Bruyne and Bernardo every time we tend to mention this. And Cancelo on the left-hand side. So this is the Gladbach side. They've gone with Jan Sommer in goal, the back four. It's very similar side to what they played before. Liner, Ginter, Elvedi, and Benassi, I think it is, the Algerian fullback. I butcher his name every single time. If someone can maybe phonetically spell it out in the comments, I'll try and give it a go. But Benassi, don't know. Very odd name anyway. The fullback up against Riyad Mahrez. He said he wanted to play against Mahrez, didn't he? So he's got his chance today. Zakaria and Neuhaus, the two players City have been scouting, with Hoffman in the midfield. And it's Stindl, Embolo and Thuram up top. Thuram finally gets his chance against Manchester City today. Strong Gladbach side, a Gladbach side that's hoping they can pull up 2 goals today. We'll go to the comments. One thing we should mention as well while I'm looking through the comments is 679 subscribers. Thank you very much to getting us to that. We're still on that road to 1,000. We're still a bit of a way to that road to 1,000 to get to the end of that road, but we're not that far off. Of course, follow us on Twitter. We are City MCFC. Same on Instagram with the underscore before the MCFC. And visit our website. News updates, highlights the City games. Elmis is here. Great to have you, Elmis. Just looking at your comments from the start. Everything you're saying is happening at the moment. Yeah, don't listen to me. I don't tend to get things too right, do I? Subtitico's gone for a 1-0 win for Gladbach. You win some, you lose one. Not very positive from Subtitico there. Danielle's gone with a 2-0 to City. Citizen Sanders, top name that one. A 2-1 win for Manchester City. Julie's already ahead. Not the same attacking needed. Gladbach need to go for it. Julie's gone with a 1-1. So a few gone with a draw. Armindu's gone with a 2-1 win for City. Among Knight's gone for the 3-0 for Manchester City. Here. Let's have a look who else. Sophie's gone with a 2-1 to Manchester City. Elmis says we're taking Liverpool stadiums. Amindu says we're playing away now, we play home. Amindu, it is in Hungary today's game. The game is back in Hungary again. They wouldn't allow Gladbach to travel to the UK. So we're back in Hungary. We're back in Budapest. We're back in the Puskás Arena today. So no game at the Etihad today. I'm not lying, trust me. Go have a look online. I'm not lying. You'll see it anyway if you're watching the game on the pitch. Margaret's gone for a 4-0 to City. Her other half's gone for a 4-0. In fact, she's gone for a 2-1 win. Jure's back. Jure, the United fan. But it's always too good to have anyone here. And Jure, why don't City try and sign the Borussia left back better than anything you guys have had in the last 5 years? I assume by that you mean Rafael Guerreiro. Yeah, I mean, he'd suit City very well, isn't he? He's not the quickest Guerreiro, but he's one of these fullbacks that's technically very gifted, loves to move into midfield, be attacking. He'd be a perfect sign for City. I can't see it happening because you can't sign 2 players from the same squad, can you? And surely Haaland is on his way to Manchester City. Surely he's the one they want. Amindu says, what's my prediction? Ooh. I've got a feeling today Gladbach will get a goal. I don't know why. I've had this feeling all day, and I thought Sterling would start today and get 2 goals. He tends to turn up in the Champions League. I'm going to go with a 2-1 for Manchester City. I agree with someone else. I think someone else did go with a 2-1. I think it was Sophie in the comments. I'm going to go with a 2-1 today, and hopefully, I mean, City played really good, didn't they, last time they played at this arena? And like Pep was saying, I said at the start, Pep really likes the pitch here in Hungary. Of course, it's a newly opened stadium, the Puskás Arena. The pitch is well laid, clearly, and it's new, and he's been moaning about the Etihad pitch, hasn't he, saying that needs redoing. A few people have picked up on how the pitch is looking in the Etihad. I think the oldest pitch in the Premier League, isn't it? So let's see how it goes today. City have put out the strongest side as well. We've got to be pretty confident with that one. Amindu's gone with a 2-1 as well. You know, Cancelo, Walker, Stones. I think this is City's strongest lineup. I honestly do. I think this should have started the derby, definitely. I know Zinchenko's a bit unlucky, maybe, to not be considered in that strongest lineup. He's been fantastic. I just think Walker offers that bit more defensive safety for City, that just cover at the back. Cancelo loves to get forward, doesn't he? He loves to get in that midfield. It works so well, doesn't it? Cancelo and Rodri sort of sitting. Cancelo. I mean, really, it's a 3 of Walker, Stones and Diaz Rodri in front. You've then got Cancelo, Gundogan and Bernardo, the three in behind. And then Foden, Mahrez and De Bruyne just going any which way they want. So, it's back to the way City were playing best, back to the squad, the starting 11 where City were playing best. And I'm glad Phil Foden's back in there as well. He's been class, Phil Foden, this season. And he just keeps getting better and better, doesn't he, Phil? And that's really good to see. Subtitico's pushing his Gladbach thing here. He's desperate Gladbach win this game, are you, Subtitico? Although, Subtitico, if you've got a bet on that, I wouldn't trust you. You're not so good at betting, are you, with your predictions? Although, you never know. Things always come right. You get lucky sometimes, don't you? Me, for example, last week I bought 5 scratch cards. £1 each. I came back with £9. I went back in today. I added £1 in. I spent £10 on scratch cards. And I got £1 back. So you can't win them all, can you? And your predictions aren't always right. Things don't always go in your favour. You're not always that lucky. But I think City will get lucky as they have all season. I don't think it's luck for City, is it? It's just pure class. And that's why they beat sides. Andrew's here. Andrew's gone for 3-0 to City. So mainly people predicting a City win, a few predicting a draw, and one predicting a loss, which is different to usual. Usually we see everyone predicting a City win, don't we? A bit different today. The Manchester City FIFA 21 PlayStation 5 career mode has gone live. That went up on Sunday, and it will continue to go up. The next one drops tomorrow, so definitely catch that. We had a great response to the first one, which is really good to see. Thank you very much to everyone who came and watched that one. I think we had maybe 100 views within the first hour, so thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going to make as much progress with that, and we're going to stick with that PS5 one, barring any technical difficulties that we had on the PlayStation 4 one, but I'm hoping we don't encounter them. The PS5, surely, that this is advanced gaming now, isn't it, from Sony. We shouldn't see any issues like that anymore. City are going to have a game today. I think City are going to play really well. I really do. I think the side, everything about it is a positive for City. Zakaria, another little bit of a chance for him to impress, isn't it, against us today? He might have a go at trying to really impress Pep Guardiola. The same with Florian Neuhaus, who really impressive. I thought he was great in the first game, so we'll see how it goes. Gary Ramsden's here. Great to have you, Gary. Gary's gone with the usual 3-0 to City. He's back to his old predictions here. And there's plenty of predictions coming in. Keep those predictions coming in if you're in the live chat. Even if you don't usually comment or anything, just drop a prediction in the comments. You could be right at the end of the game, and you'll get a shout out from me. I mean, most of you do anyway, don't you? I tend to try and keep you all involved the best I can, of course. I'm here for the football as well. I try to concentrate on the game as much as possible. We are 5 minutes away from kickoff now. Sheba's here. Good to have you, Sheba. Sheba's gone for a 2-0 for City. And, of course, it's Real Madrid versus Atalanta today. I thought it could have been the Chelsea-Atletico game. It's not. That must be next week. So it's Real Madrid-Atalanta. Real Madrid lead 1-0 on aggregate. A late goal from, was it Ferland Mendy? Or Benzema? Probably Benzema. He tends to score the goals, doesn't it? So Real Madrid against Atalanta on BT Sport 3. But we're on BT Sport 2 here for Manchester City versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. And the stadium there is shown on BT for you, Amindu especially. It is at the Puskás Arena in Hungary. No games in Manchester. I think due to the travel restrictions, they won't let the Gladbach side, the German government won't let the Gladbach side travel to England, because then they're not allowed back into Germany. Of course, how are they going to finish their season if they're not allowed to travel back in? And if they are allowed to travel back in, there may be a 10-day quarantine or whatever. Sheba says the Chelsea game's tomorrow. Thank you, Sheba. I'll be watching that one. I probably will watch one if I get a chance. Elmer's running down, says, is it on your laptop or TV? I actually have this on my computer. I have the Sky Go app, so I can watch these games online. Julian Lescott is in the studio today. It's good to have a bit of a City voice in the studio for once on BT Sport. Of course, Owen Hargreaves, despite playing for Manchester United, he's in the studio as well. He's a bit of a City voice, isn't he? Played a few games for Manchester City. Not many games, really. And there's a few players that have played maybe one game for City, or maybe not even seen the first team at City, that you remember, don't you? You guys will probably remember a few. One that I saw today, which really surprised me, was a man called him, some of you may have never heard of him. I think it was Chidbere Nwakali. He was a Nigerian midfielder, the next Neymar, the next Iniesta, they called him. He was signed from, I think it was the Nigerian Super Eagles, which is a very known youth system in Nigeria. City actually signed Iheanacho from there. Kelechi Iheanacho, who's now really hitting form, isn't he, for Leicester City? And he never made one appearance for City. Could never get a work permit. He's 24 now. I think they signed him when he was around 17, so things change a lot. Akeem asks, what do you think about Jack Harrison? I think he's a decent player, Akeem. I think he's had a good journey as a footballer. I think out of all the players City go on loan, it's interesting you asked that. I've actually got a video going up, I think it's next Monday, that we will, go through all the players City have on loan and decide and rate them out of 10 who's got the best chance of getting in the first team. And Jack Harrison's in there. I didn't rate him very highly, in fact, purely because he's agreed a deal to Leeds. But of all the players City out on loan, he's probably the one who's proved himself most, isn't he? Because he's a first-team starter for a mid-table Premier League side. So credit to Jack Harrison. He's had a very good season. He looks a very good player, doesn't he? Picked up from New York City, played for Manchester United's youth team, played for Liverpool, I think, as well. His family decided to move him to America because they thought that, in America, he'd get more of a chance, and of course he did. And then he got his move to Manchester City, and now he's playing in the Premier League to Leeds, so he's doing really well, Jack Harrison. He's done really well. The two sides are coming out into the field now. Manchester City versus Gladbach. City, are they in their away kit again today, or do City get to wear their home kit? Is it Gladbach in the away strip today? Kevin De Bruyne, the captain for Manchester City, of course. He looks ready. Does KDB, was rested, but he's back. And he's starting to make a bit of progress since he's come back from injury. The Champions League anthem rings around the stadiums. As we see there, Florian Neuhaus in the lineup. Liner. Elvedi. What does Substatika say? Substatika says, I got a bad injury, will play with my mate in the park. Okay. Among night, I'm scared of dying because I'll forget City. Can you help me, please? I mean, we're all going to die one day, Among night. We will forget City when we die, I suppose. Depends what you believe in. Do you believe in the afterlife? Do you believe that we just go into nothingness? Do we go to heaven, hell? Depends how badly or goodly behaved you've been. These are the questions that no one will ever know the answers to, I suppose. So City side will recap it. Edison in goal, Walker, Stones, Diaz and Cancelo at the back. Midfield of Rodri, Bernardo Silva and Gundogan. De Bruyne, Foden and Mahrez up top. We've got the likes of Ake back on the bench. Sterling, Jesus, Aguero, Laporte, Ferran Torres, Benjamin Mendy, Eric Garcia, Fernandinho, Stefan and Carson on the bench as well. Some real good options on the bench for City. I mean, imagine having Aguero and Jesus on the bench. Hopefully Sergio gets another chance today. Gladbach in the black, City in the blue. Of course, it was the opposite way around, wasn't it? Gladbach in the white. City in the black. Gerace as well, that's deep. Yeah, we tend to be a bit more light-hearted, don't we, on the football streams? But Among Nights coming with a big question there. What happens after death? So, that is the Gladbach side there. Of course, Thuram and Mbolo, two big physical forces up top. Quick as well, real quick players. Skillful. They sort of big all-rounders to me. So we'll see how that goes against City's defence. I think that's a good choice from Marco Rose. And Marco Rose, the Gladbach manager, has agreed to join Borussia Dortmund, hasn't he? And he announced, was it last month, that he'd agreed to be the Dortmund manager next season, which you wouldn't really see that in the Premier League, would you? A manager agreeing to move to another, Premier League team and announce it before the halfway point in the season. And since that, I don't think Gladbach have won a game. Loe's here. Good to have you, Loe. He says, Champions League nights. A little ching of the champagne glasses there. Everyone loves a Champions League night. Although once City get past this stage in the competition, that's when things get a bit shaky, don't they, for us City fans. The match is moments away now. I don't think there's any taking the knee in the Champions League, but we'll see. Top topics, says Julie. Kong and Godzilla and the afterlife. Top talk here, definitely. We're more than just a football channel, clearly. We're here to answer all your issues. And if you don't subscribe to the channel and you want to hear more about football, the afterlife and Kong vs Godzilla, then please do subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 680 by the end of today's stream. That would be really nice. And it's kick-off time now. Manchester City versus Gladbach. The quarterfinals awaits. Can't be far away. Margaret says it's one of the things you can be certain of on night. That and taxes, of course, Margaret. And Manchester United getting penalties. 3 guarantees in life. Duray says bring Champions League nights back to Manchester United. We might get them next season, but you might get knocked out in the group stage again, Duray, unfortunately. For you, not unfortunately for me. I loved it when you got knocked out to Leipzig. Shocking, wasn't it? how poor United were in that game. And David De Gea was a terrible performance from him. Harry Maguire, typical performance from him. City on the ball here. Ederson sends it wide to it's Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva. City surely will control this game at a pretty high level. Ederson. I think Gladbach will struggle. They're going to go for a higher press today, it seems. You know, Gladbach have got to take the game to City. They've got to attempt to try, you know. They've got to give it all they've got. Loe says, I'm more in now, guys, kind of, so I don't want to be dying. Team Godzilla is always the GOAT. Elmis asks, can I be a mod? Maybe in the future, Elmis. It's something we will look at in the future. When we get to that 1,000 subscriber mark and we've got quite a few people in the chat and we can't, you know, control the chat, then definitely we'll be looking at bringing mods in and things like that. But wait till we get to that 1,000 mark. But definitely remind me again at that 1,000 mark. But it's nice that you'd want to do that. Thank you very much. It's good to have people supporting the channel like that, doing a little bit of extra. Here's Diaz on the ball for City. City next away match in Skull Island, says Julie. See how it's going to go. It might be played there, depending on how these COVID restrictions go on. Although, in the UK, if you do live in the UK, things are supposed to be all sorted, aren't they, by the summer? Wishful thinking. Here's Cancelo. Goes for a header. Rodri in there for the tackle, and Foden picks it up on the turn. Here comes Phil Foden. Tries to take it round. Laying it behind for a throw-in. Positive start from City. I suppose Gladbach, they need to get into the Champions League, don't they, really? I don't think they are going to get into the Champions League, considering where they are currently in the Bundesliga. They want to get up there. And they've got to sort of weigh up whether it's worth concentrating more on the Bundesliga, because they're not going to win the Champions League, are they? I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong a few times in here, but it could be possible. They've got to know, pretty much, is it worth the effort? And I do know, I can't say the actual quote because I can't say the words, but Hungarians, they don't say, considering playing in Hungary today, they don't say it's not worth the effort. They say it's worth as much as a kiss to a dead person, which sounds very confusing, but it makes sense. What's the point of kissing a dead person? Unless you're slightly odd. Back do Gladbach go to Jan Sommer. Very good on the ball, Jan Sommer. Big fan of him, actually. Big fan. Pep Guardiola is as well. A few players that stand out in this Gladbach side. And I'll turn my commentary up on my headphones here so I can hear the commentary. Obviously, you guys can't. And see what they say, how they pronounce the name of this Algerian fullback. Loe says, my dad wants me to play for City, but I have realistic expectations. You've got to dream big though, Loe. Always dream big. I never thought I'd have 679 subscribers on a YouTube channel. You know, I set up a few months ago. But, you know, these things happen, don't they? The unexpected happens in life. That's what life's about. As Forrest Gump once said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Unless you buy, of course, like a caramel selection or a mint selection of Thornton's. You do sort of know what you're going to get, don't you? It's either mint or caramel. And they tend to have those little cards in, don't they, that tell you about what the chocolate tastes like. So I don't know where Forrest Gump got that quote from. Maybe it's different in America. Or maybe Forrest couldn't read. I think that's probably the one. Here's Gundogan around the corner to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo on the attack. Back to Diaz. City controlling the game pretty well at the moment. De Bruyne. Stones brings it out. Stones and Diaz back together at the back. No, I'm Eric Laporte today. Had a decent game against Fulham. I thought, Laporte. Shiva says, what's your thoughts on Nuno Mendes being linked with him? Well, if you watch the PS4 series, Shiva, you'll notice that we signed Nuno Mendes. Big fan of him. I think he's a good fullback. He's a young one. He's only 18 or so. And if you look at that Portuguese national team, the only two really young players that got in it were João Felix and Nuno Mendes. If those two get in it, then clearly those two, you know, at that age, there's something special about Nuno Mendes if he's up there with João Felix fullback-wise, you know, considered in that sort of ilk. Andrews is among Knight and Loe on the team. And we can say we know you. Yeah, that's very true. If we can get you two into the Manchester City team. Looks like Mbolo's at top on his own, actually. It's not Thuram and Mbolo at the top. And Thuram's on the left-hand side, and it's Hoffman on the right-hand side with Stindl sitting in behind. It's a 4-2-3-1, basically. Pretty much similar to what City are playing. Bernardo, great ball retention. Unlucky to lose it. Rodri throws his foot in, and City back in possession with Ederson. The game has been a bit shaky at the start for City, you'd say. City do tend to start games like this, don't they? But it's going all right at the moment. Here's Joao Cancelo. Backwards he goes to Ruben Diaz, and he goes back to Ederson. Ederson, nice ball into Joao Cancelo, dropping into that deep roll there. Stones out wide to Kyle Walker. To De Bruyne. De Bruyne might go back to Walker, which he does. Great through. Pass through the gap of two Gladbach players pressing. Walker into Cancelo. He plays it out wide to Gundogan. It's just behind him. Subtitico says your stream's lagging for me. Oh, Foden's in here. Great ball in. Very close to Phil Foden. Just not enough of contact on it. And City get a corner. De Bruyne crosses it into a player. But good save by Jan Sommer. I'm not sure why the stream's lagging. Tico, maybe try refreshing your YouTube. Closing your app if it's on your phone. Joao is the most popular name in Portugal, says Elmis. I think so. I know plenty of players named Joao from Portugal. City with the corner here. De Bruyne takes it short to Phil Foden. Back to De Bruyne. Onto the edge of the box to Cancelo, who passes it straight out of play. Cancelo had a wonderful first leg, didn't he? Man of the match in that first leg. Created both goals. Loe says Joao is like John for English people. And there's plenty of Johns about. Oh, it's a really nice idea. It's Cancelo again, clipping that ball in. Foden, he comes over his Foden's shoulder. He just tries to clip it in. Can't do so. Just gets his studs on it. Here's Rodri, knocked away. Well played, Rodri. De Bruyne takes it down. He goes back to Diaz. City will control this possession. I've noticed someone has asked in one of our videos, the FIFA 21 first episode, about can we do a tactics video on FIFA, how the players play, and I'll try and get one of those out for you next week if anyone else is still interested. Here's Kyle Walker for Manchester City. Walker brings the ball forward. Into Rodri. Calmly done by City. Back to John Stones. City will control this. Stones wide to Ruben Diaz on his left-hand side. Into Foden. Zakari intercepts. Good pass into Stindl. Great space here for Embolo. Embolo with a shot. Ooh, it deflects and Ederson dives across. And tips it away. Deflects off Stones' boot. Bobbles it up into the air. And Ederson has to scramble across his goal and save that. Good attempt by Gladbach. A lively start from them. Encouraging signs for the German side. Within the first 10 minutes. I mean, if it goes to 1-0 to Gladbach, then they know they're very much in this game. Because it'd be 2 away goals. If they could get one more. Take it to extra time. Hoffman swings it in. Cleared away by Diaz. Foden. Cancelo in there. Wide to De Bruyne. Well played, Joao. De Bruyne takes on Zakaria. Well, he's in Embolo, actually. Embolo just a bit stronger than him. Loasis, do you think you could explain the Cancelo role in the team? I'll give it a go. When out of possession, he's a left back, isn't it? When in possession, he's got the run of that left-hand side, whether it's inside, outside. It's much easier on the PES system of tactics to sort of play Cancelo role, whereas on FIFA, a bit more difficult. You just have to play him as an attacking midfielder, pretty much, and give him a free role. Here's Walker. Rodri. Back to Kyle Walker. Bit of a late tackle there by Stindl, the captain, on Rodri there. I think referee gave him a little bit of a warning. Here's Cancelo, who's playing in the back at the moment. Rodri further forward than him. And Diaz. Oh, great pass into De Bruyne here. Foden's in space for the middle. Great dink into Foden, who tries to take it on his head. Well, Vedi had a very good first half, didn't it? Against City in the first leg. See if he can do that again today. Here's Cancelo, great movement. Into Gundogan. His first touch, Gundogan, he seems to always take it on the turn to me. Just rolls the ball beautifully. Here's Mahrez, who's been on form at the moment. Gets a bit of a kick in the knees there, Mahrez. Gets away, clips it in, cleared away by Ginter. Falls to Foden on the edge of the box. De Bruyne. Great little pass, reverse pass into Cancelo. He wants it on his right boot. Into De Bruyne. Cancelo again. City will work this Gladbach side defensively all game. And most of the energy when you play City is put into the defending side of the game, which you don't want to do. So the Tico says, what do you think of the Cody and Rui? I think you mean Rui Patricio collision. Yeah, it wasn't a nice one. I've only seen little clips of it. I didn't watch the game, but hopefully he's alright and it's not another Raul Jimenez situation, because that would be pretty unlucky, wouldn't it, for Wolves? Ball by De Bruyne in behind here, and Jan Sommer quickly off his line, the Swissman, to get to that one. Ahead of Mahrez. Elvedi was there anyway. Just closing the run off. He's the fullback on the left-hand side. Elvedi. Some very impressive Gladbach players, isn't they? I know they're not in the best of seasons, but individuals-wise, they could get picked off from teams that want to take them on. Here's Jan Sommer, bringing it out from the back here. Good ball into Zakaria, takes it on the turn. Seems very calm in possession, Denis Zakaria and Florian Neuhaus. Two very good midfielders. Stones, great win. De Bruyne down to Gundogan. City playing well here. Mahrez, clipped over the top here, Riyad Mahrez. Rodri back into Mahrez. Well, he's done well, Mahrez, into De Bruyne. De Bruyne on his left foot. Whoa! Rocket from KDB. What a strike that is from De Bruyne. 1-0 Manchester City. That is summit from Kevin De Bruyne into the top corner. Great work from Mahrez on the right-hand side. Gets around a few defenders. Past Stindl here. Gives it to De Bruyne on the edge of the box. On the right-hand side of it. Hits it with his weak foot, his left foot. Ooh, it's not even the top corner, actually. Off the bar and in. An absolute screamer, says Lowe. Wonderful strike from Kevin De Bruyne. Well, it's up to Tico's 1-0 prediction to Gladbach's gone. Unfortunately for him. Within 12 minutes, KDB scores. What a hit that was. Rocket from Kevin De Bruyne. And 1-0 City lead, 3-0 on aggregate. That's a pretty nice cushion now. I mean, you can't blame Jan Sommer for that one. There's nothing the keeper could do much about that, really. They have to close him down, don't they? They had to close him down, the Gladbach midfield, and they didn't. Stindl let Mahrez get round him, and then who's marking De Bruyne? Here's Mbolo, Zakaria. Wide to Ginter. Elmi says done and dusted. Amindu says let's go. That could pretty much kill the tie. Could really kill the tie. Here's Sommer. Over the top to Mbolo down here. Well played. Back we go. To Gladbach. Neuhaus. Little step over. Good pass into Thuram. Have a bit of a run. The son of a legend, a French legend. Thuram had a pass on there. Diaz has dived in. Took Thuram down. He's Mbolo. Eventually City clear it away. Loe's predictions are 3-0 win to City. Elmi said 0-0. So unfortunately Elmi's you're out with the running as well. I'm still on with me 2-1, aren't I? Gladbach looked good there though, didn't they? Thuram causing the problems. Very skillful player, Marcus Thuram. He could have passed it, I feel like, to the right-hand side Thuram as well with that chance he had. Decided not to, went on the way on his own. I think he got fouled by Diaz, but just got lucky really, the way the ball fell to Mbolo. He had a chance, but it was blocked by Stones, I think. Bit of a warning sign for City though. Elmi says I'm going to do an Amindu and say 2-0 City. Just keep changing it every time they score. But I do remember. I tend to remember who you've predicted, unfortunately. So if you want to cheat, you're not going to get away with it. Here is Stindl, wide to Liner. The Austrian fullback, Cancelo in there quickly, and he keeps it in. Well played, Joao Cancelo. Oh, a little nutmeg on Liner as well. And he gives it away. Mbolo. Chance here. Stindl with a shot. Oh, if he got some power in that shot, the captain Stindl, he could have caused Ederson a massive problem. Free on the edge of the box, but just no one there across to him. That'd be disappointing from a Gladbach point of view. He did not catch the ball at all there, did he, Stindl? Sort of hit it with his ankle. Need a bit of power. They've got to take them opportunities, haven't they? Gladbach. Elmi says City's defence has been more shaky recently. What do you think the problem has been? I think it's the chopping and changing. You know, when we had a defence that you knew it was going to be every week, it was Ederson in goal, Cancelo, Stones, Diaz, and Zinchenko at left back. The defence looks solid. You know, Rodri in front, Gundogan. The team's been chopping and changing in recent weeks. You know, Pep likes to do that. City are on the attack here. Here's Foden. Oh, just could have released the ball a bit quicker there. I think City need to just get back to the basics of, you know, one solid, usual defence. Keep picking the same players. Here's KDB. Gundogan. Foden. Back he goes to Ruben Diaz. Clearly good with his weak foot, Diaz, and his left foot. Playing that left-hand side. Pep's not a fan, really, is he, of playing right-footed on the left-hand side. Loasis, I remember Stindl being really promising before it happened. Yeah, I mean, he was one of them, wasn't he? That looked like he was really going to hit the heights in Germany. I mean, how many do? There's a lot of players that do that, unfortunately. He did look like he was going to be a top player, just it's not worked out for him, has it? Happens with a lot of players now. Like I was saying, Loasis, Pepe's the Tinker Man. Yeah, he's Claudio Ranieri style, isn't he? 7 changes pretty much every game in the lineup. And yeah, like I was saying, we've got an episode coming out on Monday, just a one-off with all the players out on loan. And I'm going to rate, you know, why, you know, what out of 10, who's got the most chance of making it in the City team, whether I think they'll play. And one, when you're saying about Stindl not really working out, Daniel Arzani, if anyone remembers him, the Australian winger, signed from Melbourne City, looked absolutely world class. He's 23 now, Arzani, and the injuries have really hampered him. He got an injury, didn't he, at Celtic, an ACL it was, and since then, he's not been the same player. I don't think he's even made an appearance for the side he's on loan at this season. Here's Stones. Into Foden. Great turn and spin. Here comes Phil Foden. Bursts away from Florian Neuhaus like he's not there. Phil Foden. Perfect ball into Ilkay Gundogan. It's 2-0 Manchester City. And when I saw this lineup, I had a feeling City could do this, and they are doing it. 2-0 Manchester City. As Sheba says there, Mr. Whippy. Well, he's just served Jan Sommer a cornetto there, hasn't he? And he didn't want one. He's forced the cornetto down his throat, pretty much. 2-0 Manchester City. Great. Foden with a no-look pass. Phil Foden, that's a no-look pass. Watch the replay. He looks one way, passes it the other. World class from Foden. And De Bruyne and Gundogan just slides it into the bottom corner like there's not even a keeper there. It's just so easy. Loasis, oh, that would be a good video. Do it, please. I've already done it, Loasis. It's coming out on Monday next week, so be ready for that one. 36 players City out of on loan. So plenty of players out on loan. Andrew says so easy. Julius says, blimey, they've ordered 99 from Mr. Whippy. Flakes, bits and raspberry there. Well, the ice cream has been served, hasn't it, Mr. Whippy? Thinking the Germans here. Oh, Hoffman's in here. He's mile offside. Shoots anyway. That's right of Hoffman there. When he got played in. If you get played in, even if the linesman got his flag up, carry on playing and try and score the goal. He's a mile offside. Subtitico says GG Gladbach. Yeah, I think that's game over for Gladbach at 4-0 now. What a performance in the first 20 minutes though for Manchester City. 4 goals for Gladbach to go through now. Well, City have been conceding about 2 goals, haven't they, on average recently? Not 4. Here's Rodri. City are making it look very easy at the moment. Rodri wide to Mahrez. Oh, cut round the corner to Kyle Walker. He bursts away the England international. He always picks the wrong pass in the final third. There's Mr. Kyle Walker. He's done it again there. Does his job though, Kyle Walker. I can't be too critical of him. Oh, Cancelo's give it away in midfield here to Florian Neuhaus. Around Cancelo. Neuhaus still going here. Passes it into Thuram on that left-hand side. City are pressing manically once more. Like in that first leg. They press like it's the last time they're ever going to see that ball. The last minute of the game. And they're losing. It's brilliant to watch. It really is. Cancelo, great tackle here on Liner. Foden outstrengthed by Hoffman. Great touch by Jonas Hoffman, the winger. Here's Ginter. And Gladbach are in danger of doing a lot what they did in the first leg, which was, you know, they had a lot of possession. Even though it felt like they didn't, they had a lot of possession, but it was just playing with it in front of their own box. Loasis scintillating football it is. Champagne football from City. Pep Guardiola in his press conference, he laughed off the idea that City could be favourites for the Champions League. I think I would as well, but if they play like this, who's going to stop them? Maybe Bayern Munich. They're the only ones, though. PSG lost to Nantes, didn't they, in midweek? Here is Ruben Diaz. Stones. We've hit 680 subscribers. Thank you very much to that person who subscribed. You're number 680. And you're part of a big milestone in this channel's growth. So thank you very much for the 680. We seem to have grown a lot today. I feel like we're only on, 6.5 at the start of the day. So thank you very much to everyone subscribed. Here's Joao Cancelo for Manchester City. Into John Stones. City, take the foot off the gas surely now. Have a bit of relax. Get used to playing with each other. This has got to be City's first team, I think. The side that are out there today. It's got to be the starting lineup whenever we play in a big game. The only change that could happen is maybe Aguero comes in at some point. Other than that, this has got to be the starting 11 for Manchester City. Here's Diaz. Tries a wide pass to Mahrez. Just overhit. Bensebaini, that's his name. That's how you say it, Bensebaini, the fullback. I'll try and get it right every time in case I forget it. Julie says, congratulations on your 680 subscribers. Thank you very much. More to come. We're only 1,000. Yeah, I'm going to have to make a bigger box, aren't I? If we get to 1,000 on that live count. Here's Jan Sommer for Gladbach. Lovely ball by Sommer. Into Liner. Cancelo in there for the header. Physical from Joao Cancelo there, the fullback. City seems to have a really good record with Portuguese players at the moment, don't we? Just keep signing anyone that's Portuguese and they look good, just sign them. They've got a real, golden generation of Portuguese players that have coming through, haven't they? Even after Ronaldo, Andre Silva as well. I've been impressed by him. If you've watched him for Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. Andrew says, what a bench still available. Yes, City, Aguero, Jesus, Sterling all on the bench. So Patico says, 1,000 subs face reveal. Maybe, I've got an idea for the Euros, a video for the Euros over the summer with a few people. If the lockdown restrictions are lifted, there will be a face reveal on that. Whether it comes before that anyway, hopefully so, the 1,000 subscribers. But I've got an idea for the Euros in summer, a little video idea with a couple of people I know. So maybe you guys will see that. Obviously, that's depending on the restrictions in the UK. Hopefully we're fine by then. Lanky says, a City fan, I was always subscribed to another City fan channel. Keep up the streams. Thank you very much, Lanky. Please check out all our videos as well. Loasis Substico, I don't think Gladbach can score 5 goals over 2 games, let alone in 1 game against City. Definitely. Though you never know. Never say never, I suppose. Replay that De Bruyne goal here. Jan Sommer just looks at his defence and says, what could I do about that? And you couldn't do much about the Gundogan finish either. Smart finish by Gundogan. 2 really good goals by City. And Pep looks pretty happy. Thumbs up from the Catalonia manager. Here's De Bruyne. Poor pass. Straight to Gladbach. Counter for Gladbach. Stones in there. Stindl takes it in his stride. Diaz, good tackle. They keep it though, Gladbach. Elvedi, back he goes to Jan Sommer. Good pass again by Sommer. Diaz, proactive defending. Ball over top by, I think it was Neuhaus. It was going to Hoffman. I think Mbola didn't know that. Zakaria, 50-50 with Gundogan. He's taller than Gundogan and stronger than Gundogan. Elmis says, play me and Garcia. Lanca's Atalanta versus Real Madrid prediction. I think Real Madrid will come out on top, won't they? I'm going to go with a 2-0 win or a 2-1 for Real Madrid. I know Atalanta last season were electric going forward, weren't they? They've not been the same this season. Here's Joao Cancelo. City in such control this game, 25 minutes in. Demoralising for Gladbach, really, because maybe they had that sort of hope that if we can get one and keep tight at the back, we've got a chance in this game, but They haven't, have they, at all? Doesn't look like it at the moment anyway. Good switch by Rodri out to Gundogan. Here's Diaz. John Stones. City still in the race for all 4 trophies, aren't they? Imagine if City did the quadruple. Here's Elvedi. Sommer sends it forward. Rodri intercepts. Good touch. Into De Bruyne. Into Mahrez. Great touch as well by Mahrez. Flicks it over the top to Gundogan. Oh, and Ilkay probably should score that one. Just couldn't take it on his chest, good Ilkay Gundogan. Unlucky. And Gladbach clear away. Gundogan himself knows. What a pass by Mahrez, by the way. He's hitting form, stellar form, just at the right time is Riyad Mahrez. Long may it continue. Could have been and should have been 3-0 there. They don't know how to mark this City team, do they, Gladbach? Because it's so fluid in that front line. Lois is my coach, so I play at Rio Ferdinand since he's a United fan. You don't want to be like Rio. Well, as a player, Rio Ferdinand's a person. I'm not the biggest fan of Rio Ferdinand, but as a player, he was a good player. And actually, before this sort of modern day centre-back, where you saw these centre-backs, you know, really playing football, Ferdinand, to be honest, was one of those that was, I think, an early stage of modern day centre-backs. Was elegant on the ball, wasn't he, Rio Ferdinand? Could really pass the ball for a centre-back in his era. Here is Gundogan, poor pass, given away. Gladbach on the counter. Foden diving in, can't reach it. Julie says Pep had his head in his hands. Lois says I can play anywhere across the back 4. That's versatility is a very thing that's a big thing that's valued by managers. Lois. Shutatico says my coach say I play like myself. I can't really compare you to anyone then. If you play like you can compare yourself stylistically to any player who you base your game off, Subtatico, who do you base your game off? Here's Mahrez on this right hand side for City. Walker. Stones. Here is Cancelo. Little lifted ball into Foden. Drifted in. City looking to win that second ball though. Pressure on Gladbach. Cancelo in there. Liner in trouble. Clears it away. Only as far as Gundogan. Off Hoffman for a throw in for Manchester City. Elmis bases his play style on Garcia. Subtatico, I can play all of it. Right hand goalkeeper. That is very versatile if you can play in net as well. Here is Cancelo. Oh, lovely little back heel into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, he's not the biggest man, is he? What is he, 5'6"? He just gets 5'7", gets bundled into, and he just bounces off players, but keeps the ball at his feet. His balance is ridiculous. Here's Cancelo. Throws it into Gundogan, back to Cancelo on his left foot. Great cross into De Bruyne. Does get a touch on it. Up into the hands of Jan Sommer. Can do anything, Joao Cancelo. Lowe bases his style of play on Kyle Walker. By the sounds of that, Lowe, it means that you're good, you do a job, but as soon as you get in the final third, you don't know what to do, and you just kick the ball back to the opposition. Do you always pick the wrong pass in the final third? Here's Jan Sommer again, the goalkeeper. Probably had the most touches in this Gladbach side, it feels, at the moment. Neuhaus. Received the ball under pressure really well, Neuhaus, and plays it very well. His defensive side of his game, I feel like he needs to work on. From what I've seen of him so far, but definitely one to keep an eye on. Subtatico says, I play mostly on the right wing. I'd say if I was on FIFA, I'd be 75 rated. That's very highly rated, isn't it? Considering you're not a professional. It's a very high rating for yourself, 75. Of course, you've got to be confident in your own abilities, but 75? I'd say if I was on FIFA, I'd probably be about 50-odd. 50-odd rated, not 50-odd years of age. I'm not that old. But 50-odd rating overall. I've got great acceleration. But after about 2 yards, I slow down. Here's Gundogan. Good tackle. Rodri. Elmis says me, Garcia, both short, weak, slow, but can pass. Catalan. Why does Pep not play me and Garcia? Give him a call. He might get a chance in this team. Here's Walker for City. Bernardo Silva on this right-hand side. Oh, lovely pass into Mahrez. Here he comes, the Algerian. The skill's coming. Across the box. Mahrez just ends up rolling into Sommer's hands. He was under a lot of pressure there, Mahrez. He couldn't put it back on his left foot. Had no choice but to go on his right foot. And he was just a couple of shoulders in on him. Off balance. Couldn't get enough power in that cross on his right boot. Liner, Ginter. Sheba says, our little stat man there. We have scored 101 goals in all competition. Thank you very much, Sheba. That is a brilliant stat, isn't it? For City. 101 goals in all competitions so far this season. There's a bit of a way to go yet in the season, it feels. Plenty of more goals to come, surely. Here's Hoffman. Counter for Gladbach. Stindl. Thuram. Will want it on his right foot. Shot! Ooh, Edison saves it. If Edison didn't catch that, and he did parry it, it would have been straight into a Gladbach player because they were all running in onto that Thuram shot, hoping that Edison had to parry it. Strong hands from the Brazilian. Here's Diaz for City, bringing the ball out from the back. Subtatico is going to change his name for a 5th time. De Bruyne foul there, free kick for City. 32 minutes played, and it's looking like a pretty easy game. Loasis, I really tried to work on that final pass, but it just doesn't work sometimes, so I'm more confident at centre-back. I finally get what Walker feels like. Yeah, I mean, I know we criticise Walker, but of course, we all know, don't we, that it's not as easy as we make it out to be, us fans, when we moan about players not doing things. But at the same time, if I was paid, 150, £200,000 a week, I probably should do better. You sort of expect it of them, don't you? But of course, you can't do something. If you physically can't do something, no matter how much you work it, some things you can't do, like flying. If you want to grow wings and fly, no matter how hard you work at try to do that and how much you think you can do it, doesn't mean it's going to happen, does it? And that's like Walker in the final third. As much as he tries to try and pick the right pass, it just never happens. Here's Gundogan on the run for City. Into Bernardo. If he could have passed it there. Mahrez in space, but he took Bernardo's legs. Did Stindl get him back defending? Elmis thinks Pep's a ball. Beautiful man. It is a foul on Bernardo. I know Stindl thinks not. He did get a bit of the ball. Can KDB put this in, says Sheba? It's a bit of a way out. Elmis knows what Kyle Walker's special trait is. Yeah. And when is the PES series coming back? I'm going to try and aim for next week, Elmis. Going to try and aim for next week with the PES series. If not, maybe the week after. But we are going to try and get that PES series out for you. So don't worry, it will be coming. I've already set it all up. But it will be coming back. It's planned. Everything's sorted. It's just getting to the recording and the editing of all the episodes. But don't worry, the PES series is coming back. Sheba says, I thought Kevin De Bruyne was crying because of all the sweat. He does look like it, doesn't it? I don't think he's scoring this. But he'll give it a go, won't he, KDB? 30 yards, and we know he's going to shoot here. I can't see this going in from 30 yards, but De Bruyne will give it a go. He shoots. Ooh! Managed to get that dip on it, didn't he? But it was too close to the keeper. Pretty much down the middle. Good push over the bar. Elmis is why does Garcia not want to play? Because he wants to play for his boyhood club, Barcelona. Why does he not want to stay? I think he'll play. But he wants to go back to Barca, doesn't he? Here is crossing. Ooh, corner cleared away by Zakaria. Loasis, you have to do a lot of running when you play false nine. That's very true. Midfield, winger, forward. Part of everything is a false nine. Tough job. Another corner for City here. De Bruyne swings it in. Again. Knocks on. Cleared away. Cancelo takes it down and he goes back to Kyle Walker. Tries a lofty pass over the top to Stones. He's done well. Mahrez. Brilliant play by Riyad Mahrez. Here he comes. Oh, he just took a heavy touch there. Mahrez there. Unlike him to take a poor first touch, Mahrez. It's a great dip on that free kick from De Bruyne on the replay there. He's gone down the middle. Diaz, well played. Cancelo, Gundogan. Here comes City once again. Gundogan. Oh, Neuhaus slid in there. Had to pull out at the last moment. Cancelo. Rodri. John Stones. Loasis Julie likes giving people benefit of the doubt. Suppose. She says, don't believe all you read about Kyle Walker. Here's Diaz. Cancelo. Diaz again. City controlling this game with ease at the moment, aren't they? Stones. Diaz. John Stones bringing the ball forward. Good pass into Gundogan. He's in the false nine role now. Ball out wide. Doesn't quite work. Jan Sommer gets it knocked back to him with a header liner. Calmly done by Gladbach. This first half seems to have flown by, doesn't it? 37 minutes already played. City have played really well. They've took the foot off the gas like you expect. Here's Mbolo. Good hold-up play. Brilliant hold-up play. He's left his studs in on Diaz there. Cross in here. Cancelo's got a 2-on-1. Does well. The cross was in between the two Gladbach players and Cancelo was in between them and it went straight to him. Here's Gundogan. Diaz. Gundogan. Diaz. Plenty of little 1-2s. Elmis says Bournemouth are beating Swansea 2-0. Ooh, not good for Swansea, is it? In their voyage for promotion. Bournemouth, however, could be coming back up, maybe. I hope not. Here's Stones. Just waiting Stones here to pick the right pass. Kyle Walker does, however, to wide to Mahrez. Mahrez clips it in cheaply. It's a really heavy touch. And then Rodri just slices it out of play. I think he was hoping Joao Cancelo was on that left-hand side. Loasis, I don't even feel tired and it's 10:40 where I am. That's pretty late. 2 hours ahead of us here, aren't you? Bayern versus Lazio, of course, tomorrow. Bayern with a 4-1 lead. Elmis, your Pep called me. I could be the next Garcia. He's borderline obsessive now. You're desperate for that call from Pep. Oh, Real Madrid have taken the lead. 34th minute goal from Karim Benzema. I said Benzema would score. He scores against Atalanta to give them a 1-0 lead. That's tie over, I think. Gundogan, lovely little back heel. Bernardo Silva. Tried a ball in behind. Here is Liner, the Austrian fullback. Foden clears. Clearance, actually, straight into Bernardo. Gundogan, Rodri. Aware his surroundings always, Rodri's got to be in his position. He's played a ball over top to Mahrez. Having a bit of a battle with the fullback of Gladbach there. Couldn't get it. Benzoaini it is. Here's Ginter, Neuhaus. Great turn by Neuhaus. Destroys the City press instantly with that touch. Great work by Diaz, though, defensively. Kyle Walker takes it on his chest. Having a bit of a fight with Thuram here. Thuram again. Chance here. Oh, and Mbolo had a great chance there. Scuffed it, sort of dragged it, didn't he, across the post here. Thuram. Really good work by Thuram. Plays it into Mbolo away from Stones. He should score. Really should score. Elvis is white. Real Madrid playing at Santiago. I assume it's the travel restrictions of COVID. Elmis, Atalanta remind me of Leeds, very good football, but struggle defensively. Yeah, they can't defend, can they? Italian Leeds, says Elway. Good work by Foden there. Somehow managed to control that ball into the path of Cancelo. He's having a bit of a run. De Bruyne and Mahrez are in acres of space. Cancelo, find them. Here's Gundogan. Stones. We've got a new person in the chat called Del. But they're not new. It's sub to Tico. Oh, De Bruyne across the box to Foden here. Cleared away by Liner. Falls to Bernardo. De Bruyne. On his left foot. Tries to lift one into the top corner. Half cross, half shot there from KDB. Good attempt. You still think it'll be 2-1, says sub to Tico, or Del, as he's now called, a.k.a. the real kid plays, a.k.a. whatever the name was before that. Yeah, I'll still go for 2-1. You can't change your prediction, can you? Unless the score changes. Counter for Gladbach here. Cancelo 1-on-1 with Hoffman. Hoffman in behind to Mbolo. It's a poor pass by Jonas Hoffman. Better there. Needs to be a lot better. Thursday at 5:30 on BT Sport. The last of the second legs in the Europa League as well. I actually prefer the Europa League, if I'm honest, to the Champions League. Obviously, I wouldn't want City to win the Europa League and not the Champions League. I just really like the Europa League for whatever reason. I like the teams that are in it. I've always liked the Europa League. I always tend to watch the Europa League more than the Champions League. Other than City, of course. Here's Stones. Walker back to Stones. Stones sends it long. Intercepted by Neuhaus. Down to Zakaria. Great strength. Been robbed though by Gundogan. Rodri sort of lifts it out from the ground, doesn't he, Rodri? It's a strange pass, but it works out. He's Foden on this left-hand side. A run at Liner, takes it past Liner. Liner puts his arms across Foden's face. And that is a free kick for City. Foden just knew he's always got the run on Liner there. Foden holds his nose. 2 hands to the face from Stefan Liner. And City have already taken the free kick pretty quickly. Here's Stones. Roderick. Walker. City controlling these last 5 minutes of the game feels to have gone longer than the whole game. Here's De Bruyne. Taking on Ginter with a bit of pace. De Bruyne with a good ball in. Zakaria deals with it. Sommer should be off his line there, picking that one up, I feel. Cancelo putting pressure under Hoffman. He's played out really well. Liner. And he plays it down the line, doesn't quite work. Back into the hands. The feet of Edison, doesn't even pick it up. Do you think Arsenal win the Europa League, says Elmis? Thoughts on Eddie Nketiah and Reece Nelson? I don't rate either of those players, to be honest. I think they're average. And I don't think they'll win the Europa League either. I don't think Arsenal will win it, no. There's some better teams in there. Good chance, though, but I just don't think they'll win it. Here is Riyad Mahrez for City in a central role now. Mahrez, Gundogan, Rodri. I don't think there were many minutes of added time. We're approaching the 45th minute. Here's Walker. De Bruyne. Bernardo. Into Diaz, takes it on his chest. Really well played, Diaz. Who was the Gillingham fan? They're beating Lincoln 3-0. That's not good from a City fan's point of view. We've got a young lad, Morgan Rogers, out on loan there. He's been playing really well. Elmi says, I want to put the English like it doesn't work, and I love Reece Nelson. Yeah, you know, you can rate, but I just don't rate him at all. Him and Nketiah, Eddie and Nketiah are shocking. Honestly, I just think they're so bang average. They really are. Not a lot to talk about in the game. I can say it's similar to the first leg, says Lowe. Yeah, City just getting the job done here, aren't they? And City win a corner. But they're not going to get that corner because the referee has blown the half-time whistle. So Manchester City 2, Gladbach 0. Again, City have dominated and pretty much destroyed Gladbach, haven't they? Offensively. We've got our celebrity special guest on at half-time. Gary says very comfortable that. Very for City, isn't it, Gary? We'll be back very shortly for the half-time talk. with Kent's Lane.
Got something to say, you should hear it all.
We're back for half-time. If you didn't know by the intro there, it's our celebrity special guest time. It's the half-time talk with Kent Lane.
Should know. By now you should know. Well, that's a very satisfying first half, I think you'll agree. City at home, but not at home. Playing Borussia Mönchengladbach, I can well imagine that they're not glad to be back. I think it looks more like they're working from home today, Mönchengladbach, and dialing in on Zoom. Zoom, of course, invented by Fat Larry's band, so they'll be raking in the profit now. But nice start by City, very calm, very comfortable, well organised, no real pressure on us. You know, we're able to play our game, and Borussia are just, they've turned up, but they're not overly troubling us. They have had one or two chances, of course. I think Thuram tried to ram the ball into the net past Ederson, but Big Ed was able to smother that like a bucket of puppies. And, you know, it's we're once again playing without strikers today. I'm not sure how many team changes there were today. Do you know from the last match?
I can't remember from the last game.
No, there's certainly one or two. Yeah. De Bruyne like a ginger Jairzinho with a rocket, like a vaccine shot into the back of the net there. Super goal to open the scoring and pretty much kill off the match. It didn't look like, you know, we were going to go anywhere other than a win after that. And to be honest, it didn't appear from kick-off that it would be anything other than a win for City, ultimately, even on aggregate. I'm not sure how do away goals work when you're not even playing at home.
I have no idea. I think it's just the same, but it don't count till after extra time, does it now? I think that they've changed it slightly.
Right, it's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? I think they've got themselves into a bit of a bag of excrement there. But yeah, second goal, lovely assist by Ford, and he did the running, didn't he? You know, he did the running. Mr. Whippy did the running off the ball. Foden gave the eyes to the defender and gave a no-look pass to Mr. Whippy, and who banged it in for, I think, his 37th goal for City, actually, in all competitions. So, obviously out for a long time, injured, going back a year or two or three. In fact, when he arrived at City, he was injured when we bought him. So, finally paying off now, Mr. Sick Note there, but very nice, comfortable sort of performance. I think that's the 10th assist by Foden this season in all competitions, so he's doing very well. Certainly giving the defenders the runaround. Great show, by the way, in the 70s with Mike Reid. Jesus and Aguero, they'll be sat there thinking we're not needed. we don't need to be playing. And of course, I think Aguero's been a bit miffed lately with not getting game time. But it'll come, and we'll see what happens at the end of the season regarding whether he gets another contract or not. I noticed Borussia Mönchengladbach is sponsored by DeGiro, and I think they'll be down at the job centre collecting DeGiros tomorrow because they're going out fast. I think, haven't they lost the last 6 games in all competitions currently?
Well, yeah,
Borussia, I think.
The manager's already said he's leaving. He's joining Dortmund, so
Yeah.
since then they haven't won a game.
he's certainly a rat sinking leaving a sinking ship there. But he's not staying with the team at all. But yeah, I think they don't look like they've got it in them really to get past this City team. And to be honest, I suspect that not many teams in Europe can get past this City team. I think we must be one of the favourites to lift the cup this time, and it's about time. City now 100 goals in all competitions this season. That's the 8th time that City have managed to do that in the last 8 seasons. And I think Pep's managed it 12 times. Not always City, of course. But I think that just shows the consistency that we've had with previous managers. You know, prior to Pep, with Mancini and I've forgotten his name. It was the guy from Chile. Yeah. He another goal scoring fest with him as well. So 8 seasons of 100 goals or more in all competitions is superb performance there from City. I'm very impressed. The ref didn't seem to want to blow for any fouls for anything for quite some time. He's looking like Molly Ringwald in Pretty in Pink there, running around, and he's going to be able to wear that kit in the next match because he's not getting it dirty. He's not overstressing himself. He's just letting things flow, which is nice sometimes. But it's certainly there were 1 or 2 challenges that I thought, well, there's a foul. You could blow for that, but he's not bothered. So City well in control. I'm predicting 4 or 5-0 today. So that would be a 6 or 7-0 on aggregate. Can't see Gladbach scoring. They won't be glad to be back in the second half. Then they'll certainly be munching on their oranges in the dressing room at the minute and having a bit of a conversation about how low can we keep this score, because they ain't going to be talking about how do we win this game.
No. Well, thank you very much, Kent. You're quite right. Hopefully more of the same in the second half.
Always.
It's great to have you again. We'll have you back soon.
Yeah, I'll be hacking into the next game.
See you later, Kent. Goodbye.
Bye for now, everyone. Bye-bye.
There's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town. to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel. Welcome back to the second half. Manchester City versus Gladbach City, currently with a 2-goal lead and a 4-goal cushion on aggregate. Pretty much game over, isn't it? And City should see out the second half. Been looking at Twitter at half time, see what other people are thinking, other City fans around the Twitter sphere, I suppose. And everyone's pretty impressed with City, aren't they? Usually see a lot of negative comments at half time. A lot of people unhappy with the way City are playing. Not today. They're happy with the lineup. They're happy with the way City are playing. And it seems like you guys are as well in the chat. And that's good to see from City fans. I feel like we can be a bit of a negative bunch at times. But not today. We've been really good. Now, this side, there's nothing to complain about, is there? This side, I mean, imagine if City had, you know, some real high quality players, more so than we've already got to this side. I'm thinking, you know, the likes of Erling Haaland, Lionel Messi, Joao Felix. The list is endless, isn't it? Imagine if they had those sorts of players this side. This side will become an absolute ridiculous side, won't it? It really will. I can't imagine having Haaland in this side. I can't imagine having Lionel Messi in this side. I think it's just unbelievable. And City have got to stick with this side. Pep's got to stick with this side now. Well, Wade says he wishes he didn't have school tomorrow. Sides are out in the field here, so you might miss the second half of the way because of that down school. Elmer says, who is the best tactical manager in the world and in the Prem? And best manager in the world in the Prem and the world. He's on the sidelines currently at today's game. His name is Pep Guardiola. Not too long away from kickoff now. Seconds away, I think, the referee Look at his watch, whistle to his lips. And we're away. Manchester City versus Gladbach, second half. Elmi says City are 2 signs away from PSG. Definitely. Definitely could be PSG City. Or a Bayern Munich. If they were to make... I mean, if they signed Haaland, Premier League fans will... the articles will start coming out in the newspaper, won't they, about all the horrible things that City's owners do and how it's all the money and we've bought it all. You just love it. You love to see it, don't you? Long may it continue, because it'll keep happening. You know when City have won a game because the newspapers tend to have a negative story on City. Cancelo ball into Walker. Is Rodri. Foul by Zakaria. Free kick for City. That's poor by Zakaria. Lazy, really. And I did read that Gladbach's Twitter had put out at half-time. All we need to do now is stop Cancelo passing for the next 83 minutes when we might have a chance. I mean, if they stop Cancelo passing, De Bruyne will do it instead, or Gundogan will do it, or Foden will do it, or Mahrez will do it. That's how good this City side is. Elmis says, Teo and Anderson and Haaland, it's over forever in the Prem. Sadly for United fans, it's not. Wouldn't you love it? Wouldn't you love to see the meltdown in world football if City signed Haaland or Messi? It would be absolutely unbelievable. Here's De Bruyne with a crossing for City, nodded away easily by Ginter. Here's De Bruyne. Centre back now, on his own. Walker, good pass into Mahrez. Pick the right pass. Mahrez in the turn. Back he goes to Walker, not behind by Thuram. Here is John Stones for Manchester City. Back to Ederson. Into Rodri. Bernardo, well played. Out wide to Kyle Walker. Here is Ederson. Little ball roll there from Ederson. Back to Stones. He had a bit of a busy first half in a way to Ederson, didn't he? More than he probably usually had. Made 2 saves, 3 saves. He's touching the ball all in this second half. Here is Ederson. Cancelo. Rodri. Back he goes to Ederson. Ooh, taking a chance there, Ederson. Press from Neuhaus. Sends it long to Foden. Liner on his head away. Oh, Bernardo, brilliant work. De Bruyne into Mahrez. Mahrez! Oh, just couldn't get his foot around that one, Riyad. Probably should have done better there, the Algerian. Mahrez, he had De Bruyne. He should have caught that a bit better. Elmis is almost 700 subs yet. 20 more to go. So we're 700. Rodri, great interception. City are just suffocating Gladbach here. Cancelo, Rodri. City play at their own tempo, don't they? They control the game, they play at their own tempo, and then in a second they can switch it. They can flash into gear. Stones under pressure. Just like it's nothing for John Stones under pressure there. De Bruyne. Cancelo. Got to play that wide to Mahrez, he does. To Walker. Crosses it in, loops up. Zakaria nods it away. Stindl away only as far as Rodri. City back in possession on the edge of the box. Mahrez. Great play. Elmis' thoughts on the North London derby. I predicted an Arsenal win, didn't I? Ooh, Mahrez gets the ball on his right foot but cleared away. Well played, Stone. City are just suffocating them. They really are. Every player in the Gladbach half, they've not got a chance to play the ball out. No out ball, nothing. Here's Rodri. Too far, surely. Wins a corner. They let him run all the way into the Gladbach box there. Nearly ran it into the goal, Rodri there. Just kept going. Well played, Rodri. If you'd seen a glimpse there, Rodri, you might have seen him try and hit it. Corner for City. 49 minutes played. About to hit 50. Mahrez in the corner. Can play it short to Foden if you need to. Cross in. Ooh, Diaz was coming in. De Bruyne. Ooh, tries to put one in the top corner. It's a free kick. There must have been a foul by maybe Diaz, I think, too aggressively. Going up for that header against the Gladbach defender. Hardly anything in it, really. Elmer says we almost signed Stones. Wish we did. Arteta help Sané end product. And many other players, do you think you could... Some more? Name some. Name some players that he's helped. Sterling, apparently. He was very popular, wasn't he, apparently, Arteta? In the City dressing room. Ooh, Foden, heavy touch here. Back to Gladbach. Neuhaus. Can't do everything perfect, Phil Foden. Cross in. Stones. Calmly. Just stops it. Traps it, his feet. In his own box. It's the confidence City are playing with as well. You're going to have blips here and there, but if City can keep this up, it's going to be so good, isn't it? I mean, they could win everything this season if they keep it up. Here's Rodri, good strength. Stones brings it out. Walker. Flying forward is Kyle Walker. Gundogan. Off Kyle Walker's head. Here is Jan Sommer. Good touch by Cancelo. Back to Diaz. He goes back to Edison City. Just controlling this game out. They're just seeing this game out. No stressing. No worries. City just continue to play the ball with ease. Here's Cancelo. Lowe says Arteta's definitely made Xhaka less catastrophic and he makes less stupid mistakes. Yeah, I'd agree with that. He still makes them though, doesn't he? Unfortunately. Throwing to City. Here is John Stones, Ruben Diaz for City. Same Luis as Elmis. I think Luis is not that bad of a player. It's a bit Otamendi, isn't he? I don't think Otamendi was that bad of a player, really. He just made a silly mistake, didn't he? Here's Walker. De Bruyne. Oh, good pass by De Bruyne, but Mahrez went one way, De Bruyne went the other. Mahrez offside anyway. Julie says City fans on Skull Island. These City fans seem to have a love for Skull Island, don't they? And Elmi says, I hope we play Odegaard at centre mid and Emil Smith Rowe at cam. You'll get absolutely bullied and overrun in the midfield if you did that. Here's Elvedi. Sommer. Under pressure here, Jan Sommer. Diaz with a foul on Mbolo. Coming through the back of him there. Free kick. "53 minutes gone. Oasis, what's your thoughts on Odegaard? Top player. I think he's a top player. I really do. I would have loved him at City. Got too many players in his position though, haven't we? Party next to Odegaard, says Elmis. Honestly, you'll get absolutely bullied if you did that. Defensively, he's got no discipline as Odegaard to get back. You'll get bullied in the midfield. Great play by Walker here. Oh, City here. 3-on-2 here. Here's Riyad Mahrez running it. Bentabiani. Mahrez lifts it in. Oh, to the back post. Neuhaus here. Great play. Calmly done. Elmis is a very good player. I hope we get him Aouar. I don't think you'll get Aouar because Aouar wants to play Champions League football, doesn't it? Oh, Cancelo's made a decent tackle here. Referee could give a red card there. It looked like he was about to. It's a yellow card for Cancelo. Studs up apparently. But yeah, I think Aouar wants to play Champions League football, doesn't he? That's why he rejected Arsenal in the summer. And he'll reject him again this summer, surely. And Bolo's down like he's just had his leg snapped in half. Great play by Neuhaus, by the way. So calm. Foot on the ball by Cancelo. He was in control as well as Joao Cancelo. It's not like he was out of control there or reckless in that tackle. You can see why the referees give it, however. Took the sting out a bit there. Elmi says we could win the Europa League. There's a chance, I suppose. I can't see you doing it, to be honest. You are Arsenal at the end of the day, unfortunately. You seem to make these mistakes all the time. Gundogan. Nearly puts it for a corner here. Poor by Gundogan, that. Played John Stones into trouble. Loaise says I prefer. Well, yeah, I do as well. They're different players, to be honest with you. They're different players, Howard and Ødegaard. One's a Gundogan and one's a De Bruyne to me. Cross in here, Gladbach with a chance. Oh, they've hit it wide. Free kick to City. They've hit it wide from just away. See, Howard rejects as he accepted personal terms, but the club didn't accept the money. I don't think so. I don't think he even accepted personal terms. See, Bentabiani has a shot. Diaz has hurt his knee here. I hope he's okay, Ruben Diaz. We can't have him getting injured, otherwise we will be in trouble. Oh, he's back up. He's a tough man. He's Ruben. Good little switch of play here to Gundogan. Ball over the top. Neuhaus can't take that one down. Fired at him. Throw in for Joao Cancelo. Elmis, he did. We didn't have the money, I'm pretty sure. If you think so, I just can't see it. I don't think he'll join a club that don't play Champions League football. Here's Walker. Rodri. Cancelo. Wide to Kevin De Bruyne. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Elmis says I'm Scott Carson in disguise. I thought you were Catalan. And an Eric Garcia fan. Oh, Gundogan's put the ball out of play here now. City there. They've been a bit slack in the second half, City. I think they know they threw, don't they? There's nothing to worry about. Really. Here's Diaz. Stones. Bernardo Silva. Here's Rodri. Gundogan, Rodri again. City toying with Gladbach a little bit here. It's good football from City. Playing in spaces, little spaces. Gladbach are trying to get out of City. Zakari's done well there. But Cancelo straight in there straight away, isn't he, Joao Cancelo? And then back to Ruben Diaz. Calmly outside of his boot. Bernardo Silva dropping deep. Back to Diaz again. Diaz back to Ederson. Into Stones. Walker. Stones. Sends it long, John Stones. For Mahrez to chase. They made a mess of that one. Kevin De Bruyne picks it up. City are in big chances here. De Bruyne tries to take it round the defender. Unlucky KDB. Rodri up for a header. Bernardo heads it down to Diaz. Diaz into Rodri. Just City are just toying with Gladbach here. It's really such good football. They control the game so well. Really well from City. Loaise says, have you ever visited Ireland? I have. It's a nice place. I've only ever been once. But it was nice. A good few years ago it was. Ball over the top here to Kevin De Bruyne. Takes it down his right foot. Cuts back inside Liner, who intercepts it. He's in trouble though, Liner. Oh, De Bruyne's gone down. Liner's getting booked here. I'm not sure what for. Is he throwing an arm in on Kevin De Bruyne here? Ooh, Liner. A hit across De Bruyne's face here. He had a look at De Bruyne as well. He sort of knew what he was doing a bit. A yellow card for Stefan Liner, and Real Madrid 2-0 up against Atalanta now. It's a Sergio Ramos penalty. So the Spaniard gives Real Madrid a place in the last 16. And changes for City here. Fernandinho and Alexander Zinchenko. Is it going to be Cancelo? Surely. And Rodri rested for these two. Helmes says we give credit to Arteta though. He's beaten the Big Six in only 18 months yet. He's a good manager, Arteta. He'll come good eventually. If he gets the chance. De Bruyne swings it in. Ooh, Stone's gone flying and he's gone into the back of the net. He's forgot the ball. He's took himself in. Luckily the net was there. He was going into the stands, I think, John Stones. I think Rodri had a bit of a push on him as well by mistake. Mahrez flicks this on. Ventibiani. Back to Elvedi. Cool, I was thinking about a place to visit in the UK. My aunt lives in the UK. Yeah, Ireland's a very nice place. Away. A while ago when I went, but Ireland is a nice place. Of course, every place is some not nice places, but there's some nice places out there. The UK has some really nice places. The Lake District, everyone seems to know, don't they? Walker up for a header with Embolo, loses it. Stindl. Diaz gets his foot in. Zakaria picks it up. Wide to Liner. Here comes the Austrian. Cuts back on to his left foot. Made a good run here, and then he just gives it away to City. And City control possession once again. Walker's fouled by Thuram here, or Thuram. Free kick for City, and they can get Fernandinho and Zinchenko on now. Helmy says, what do you think went wrong with Emery's second season at Arsenal? Playing 3 defensive midfielders every game. It was negative. So it is Fernandinho for Rodri, the first change. And surely we're going to rest Cancelo here. And get Zinchenko on. Clearly 2 players that Pep considers very highly rated in his side, pretty much. 2 key members. So Fernandinho's on for Rodri. And it is Joao Cancelo for Zinchenko, so Cancelo gets a rest as well. And he deserves that rest, Cancelo. He's been fantastic once again. Well played, Joao Cancelo. Off he comes. I had someone the other day say to me that City need a right back. I thought they were joking. They said, oh, Cancelo was rubbish against United. But everyone was rubbish. If you judged everyone off one game. And imagine if we judged all these City players off one game, they'd never be in the team, would they? They'd all be sold. Can't be perfect all the time. Here's City again. Ilkay Gundogan. Zinchenko, Gundogan. Stones. Oh, De Bruyne sold him short there. Stones, what a tackle, John Stones. He is class, isn't he? Absolutely class, Stones. I wish Stones had been like this his whole time at City. I really do. Lanky says, Fernandinho's leaving at the end of the season. Who do you think should replace him? Tough one, Lanky. Tough one. If City want to do it on the cheap, you've got Yankel Herrera on loan at Granada, who's pretty impressive. You've got Douglas Luiz, who've got a buyback on a 30 million. There's also, links with Zakaria, who's not been impressive, has he, at all for this Gladbach side. Manuel Locatelli at Sassuolo. There's quite a few, isn't there, that could replace Fernandinho. But I don't think anyone would reach the heights of Fernandinho. I think, Luiz or Herrera is going to be the one, aren't they? Though I do like the look of Manuel Locatelli, the Italian. Here's Stones, Walker, Fernandinho. They've made a few substitutions. Alisson Draplea is on. Oh, brilliant work from Fernandinho. Skipping past the challenges like an attacking midfielder. And into Mahrez. Mahrez! He should have passed it, the greedy Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez again. Across the box to Zinchenko. Cleared away. Mahrez should have passed. Greedy Riyad. Bernardo. Walker. Fernandinho. Walker. Mahrez there was in. He had two players to the left of him. He should have passed it. Elmis says, what about Rodri? They need a backup though, don't you? City have got this thing, haven't they? 2 world-class players in each position. And we do that. Other than left back. We've got 2, well, 1 average and 1 reasonably good. Elmis says, sounds like the Sevilla manager's name. And Pep, you fraud, why are you not subbing me on? Liverpool is a nice, vibrant city. Elmis doesn't know about Liverpool. I think by Sevilla manager, you mean Lopetegui, the Sevilla manager. Gladbach playing out of issues here. Well played, Gladbach. Oh, they overplay it though after playing well. Fernandinho. Mahrez. De Bruyne. Walker, City. Surely find a 3rd goal here. I don't really rate Luiz, to be honest, says Luay. Douglas Luiz at Aston Villa. Some don't, some really don't. I think he's good. I do really like him. He's not Fernandinho, is it? I think he's just okay. He's an upgrade on any other holding midfielder barring Fernandinho. Good tackle on Bernardo in the box. Still going, Bernardo. Zakaria back to defend it. Del says I have to go in exactly 17 minutes because I just like sleep. Bit of an odd one. Mahrez here. He's got to pass it. Got to pass that Mahrez there, hasn't it? Lanky says, I think we should go for Locatelli or Ndidi of Leicester if we don't make the top 4. I think Ndidi is one that's a bit unattainable. He cost maybe 70 million. City have already spent that on a midfielder in Rodri, so I don't think they'll spend another lot of that on a player in the same position. So I think they will go for Locatelli over them too. Good player, Locatelli. He is solid player. No doubt he'll fit this City side. City with a corner here under Riyad Mahrez. He goes short to Foden. He goes back to Mahrez. Oh, Foden just skips past the man like he's not there. Mahrez with a shot. Palmed away by Sommer. Brilliant from Foden. He's world class. Oh, De Bruyne wins it back. Mahrez. Good play. Fernandinho. Foden. Oh, unlucky pass by Phil Foden there. Elmis is in Brighton signing CDM, but he's not played yet. Indeed, he would want to start. Exactly. Oh, Gladbach on a counter here. Wolf against Walker. Oh, and he gives it away to Mahrez, who deflects it behind. Just having a look here. I'm not allowing City to score. I need my prediction to win. Some don't like the weather, says Elmis. Raz the Daz coming on, says Sheba. And he is. It's Ilkay Gundogan, who's played really well. Got the 2nd goal in today's game. Off he comes, Ilkay. And on comes Raheem Sterling, who reportedly has had a bit of a falling out with Pep Guardiola. And that's why he's left out of the squad. And that's why he's on the bench again today. I'm not too sure on that one. Of course, you can make 5 substitutions in the Champions League. It's looking like Aymeric Laporte is also going to be making an appearance. It's Ruben Diaz off. It's good to see Diaz getting a rest. And on comes Ruben Diaz. Elmis says, I think United was linked to the CDM that Brighton got. I don't think I have any idea who you mean. And Lanky says, what about Bissouma? Yeah, Bissouma's a good player, but I don't think he's a holding midfielder, do you? I just don't think he'd fit that role. He wouldn't work well, I don't think, in City's team. Lanky says, Sterling, these rumours were false as well. Yes, Sterling said they're false, but it's just the way Pep spoke about the issue in the press conference made me think, obviously they've had a bit of a disagreement. It's a bit odd, isn't it, why it'd come out? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. I'm throwing for City here. Poor pass by Jan Sommer. Replay this Foden skill. Just passing it from foot to foot. Around players so easily. Mahrez with a shot that just stung Sommer's hands. Pep keeping everyone match fit. Getting Laporte on. Getting Fernandinho on. Zinchenko. Sterling. Here's Stones. Over the top to De Bruyne. Great touch by Kevin. Out wide to Mahrez. Great play by City again. Mahrez, he'll look to take on the Gladbach defenders. He does well. Into De Bruyne, who lifts it back over. Mahrez keeps it in. Really well played, Riyad. Good tackle on him by the fullback. I don't know how that's a Gladbach throw, but he's got one. Loasis wants to be Sterling in the media. There always seems to be friction. When did it all start? I think it started when he left Liverpool. The media, of course, they're big fans of Liverpool, aren't they? Or they don't like to say anything against Liverpool, and there's a lot of ex-Liverpool players and Liverpool fans that work in the media, and once he left Liverpool, and they weren't happy with it, were they? I think that's where it stems from. Lanky says VR denies him like it against the Spurs game. Yeah, I was there at that game. Don't remind me of that one. Got to be one of the strangest moments ever, isn't it? You go from, like, it was, you know, like the Aguero moment of cheering, and then next minute you're back to just disappointment. It was unbelievable. Sat slouched in my chair for a good 5 minutes after the game. Can't win them all, but VAR was, Uefa were on top form that night, weren't they? Is that Merritt Laporte? Zinchenko. De Bruyne. Foden, great pass through to Sterling. Back into Foden. Foden with a shot. Mahrez was in space on that right hand side. He could have found him there, Phil Foden. Luis says the Spurs game broke me. Yeah, I understand the feeling, Luis. Sterling's a mile onside here. Terrible decision there. Julie says some players get a hard time. Sterling did. I remember Nasri did as well. Yeah. Didn't like it when Nasri left, did they? Especially to City. Here's Laporte. Zinchenko. 72 minutes played. This second half has gone a lot slower than the first half. Not been as exciting as the first half, has it? City are just seeing the game out. They're still working hard all over the field. They want the ball no matter where they are, but even so, they haven't looked like scoring that much, really. A third goal would be nice. Here's Laporte. Bernardo back to Laporte. Here is Stones. Back to Laporte again. Bernardo on this left-hand side, pretty much playing left-back now, Bernardo Silva. Lanky thinks that Sterling should do an Adebayor at the Kop. I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. Just to see it in their faces, but I don't think he'd do it. Probably because he'd get death threats, wouldn't he? From the cult. King Kun coming on to Sheba, and quite right he is. It's Sergio Aguero. Gets another 15 minutes or so of football under his belt. And it's Bernardo Silva that's off, so De Bruyne will move surely back into midfield. And on comes Kevin De Bruyne into the midfield as Sergio Aguero goes up top. Sergio with a chance to get another goal, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. Feel like he hasn't scored in the Champions League. I think he scored in the group stage, actually, didn't he, against Marseille? Aguero, Fernandinho, great win. Here's De Bruyne. Chance for City. De Bruyne wide to Sterling. Oh, you... Sterling lost his balance as he usually does. So clumsy on the ball, Sterling. Aguero had a chance. He's been let down by Sterling. Foden, great pressing, kept it in, and he wins his side of corner. Wonderful from Foden. Sterling smiling and laughing. The fact that he can't control the football. Sheba says, there goes Sterling, Mr. Slippy. Yeah, not Mr. Whippy. Mr. Slippy is Raheem Sterling. He looks so clumsy on the ball, Sterling, doesn't he, whenever he touches it. De Bruyne takes the corner. We're out of subs, Elmis. So Garcia is not coming on, unfortunately for you. De Bruyne swings the corner in to the near post. Nodded away by Stindl. De Bruyne takes the throw in quickly. Foden. Zinchenko. Lowe says, I gotta go. Load shedding in my area at midnight, which is basically when the electricity is turned off by Escom. If you know Escom, good for you. No ideal away, but that's fine. Have a good week. We'll see you on the weekend, hopefully. Here's Elvedi. Good turn by Stindl. Wolf. Cross in. Laporte deals with it. Back to Walker. And Walker lumps it away. Here's Ginter. Picks it up. Fernandinho in there on Stindl, but Stindl keeps it. Liner in space at right back. Here is Liner. Nice cross in. Stones knocks it away. Wolf on the edge of the box. Hits one with his left foot over the bar. Nice idea. Trying to sort of slice that off his left boot then into the top corner. Nearly. Just too much on it there by Wolf. Lifts it up and over the bar. City with the goal kick now. 77 minutes played. Not long left. Walker. Over the top. Dealt with. De Bruyne with a bit of push and Neuhaus. I've been impressed with Neuhaus today. He's been decent. Can play under pressure, can't it? Florian Neuhaus. Ooh, Sommer's controlled that with some skill. He's under pressure from Aguero, and Sommer has to kick it out for a throw in. Aguero's basically stood on Sommer there. The fullback, though, with Gladbach, fired it back at Jan Sommer, the keeper. Not much you could do with that. His ball control, actually, was pretty impressive. But he struggled there to control that one. City have a throw in. Kyle Walker here taking his time. Back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne goes all the way back through to Aymeric Laporte. Sterling on the left-hand side. Sterling again. Zinchenko. Back to Laporte. Sterling. Fernandinho. I hope Sterling gets his form back because he was so good at the time. Fernandinho plays through challenges like they're not even there. Here's Foden. Elvedia crosses it. Into Liner. Tries to win a corner as Phil Foden doesn't quite work. Zakaria under pressure. Neuhaus back. Sommer sends it long. Laporte nods it straight into the path of Florian Neuhaus. Into Wolf. Oh, good play by Wolf. Ben Spaini on this left-hand side. Drives forward. Stindl. Liner. Brings the ball forward down the right-hand side. There's the full-back. Got a few options. Ben Spaini, the full-back. The left-back's playing on the right-hand side now. And Manchester United fan, I know he's been linked with City. A few City fans saying they're impressed with him. They want him to join City. He's a lifelong Manchester United fan, so I'd rather not. Ooh, Fernand's got a kick on the ankle here. I hope he's okay. A late challenge there from Ben Spaini. This Ibrahima Traore that's coming on here for Gladbach. Could be. Lanky says, I can't believe Fernandinho is 37, doesn't look it at all. He doesn't, does it? And it is Traore coming on. For Lars Stindl, the captain. See Bruma Traore. Been at Gladbach a very long time, this man, hasn't it? Jan Sommer now the captain for Gladbach, the goalkeeper. Perhaps a keeper City would be interested in if Zach Steffen was to leave or something like that. I know he'd be second choice, but he's won a lot of trophies, wouldn't he, Jan Sommer? Obviously won't get much game time, however. And here's Sterling. Again, here's Sterling. Laporte. Stones. Switches the play. Ben Smaini across. Good header. Mahrez to take the throw in, is it? Here's Walker. Stones. Here's Laporte. Wide to Phil Foden on this left-hand side. Fighting to Sergio. Zinchenko. Foden. Here's Laporte. City bring the ball forward. Lanky says, does anyone hate Garcia or is it just me? I don't hate Garcia as a person, Lanky, but I hate that he plays football when he doesn't want to play for this club. Fernandinho, great play. Ball wide to Foden. It's actually Sterling who's picked it up. He's a clown, Sterling. He can't control a football, can it? At the moment. For the past 18 months. Yellow card for Fernandinho. Fernandinho's getting booked here for dissent. Because he had a shot. After the whistle had gone. Shocking refereeing. Sterling there. Can't control a ball. You can see there. You can tell by the way Sterling's run onto that. He didn't touch the ball. I expected to touch it. He had no clue that the ball was going to run in that position because he didn't want to do that, but he did it anyway. He can't control football, can he, Sterling? Just bobbles around him. Traore. Ben Smaini. Player. Zakaria. Ben Smaini. I actually think the performances from Zakaria in these two games may have put City off Dennis Zakaria. Not set the world alight, has he? Ooh, Summers forgot the ball here. On the edge of his own box. Here's De Bruyne into Mahrez. Wide to Sterling. Everything seems to stop when it gets to Sterling. He's flicked it onto Mahrez, who lifts it into Sergio. Poor cross. Fernandinho down to Zinchenko. De Bruyne, Zinchenko. Sterling. De Bruyne. Ooh, through to Sterling, doesn't quite work. De Bruyne on the press. Who was that who just turned there? Great work by whoever that was. And then Wolf dances through the challenges. Well played. Gladbach on the counter. Zakaria. Alessandro Player. Ball through to Traore. And he drags his shot a mile wide. Great football. Really good football from Gladbach. But lacking that finishing touch. Lacking that finish. Lanky says lack of confidence, probably trying too hard when he should relax. I assume that's about Sterling. Elmis says the player that Brighton signed, his name is Moises Caicedo. Yeah, wasn't he linked with Manchester United? Apparently it was a done deal and then he moved to Brighton. Was he 19 years of age? I don't think he's any sort of player that City would be. He wouldn't get in the first team at City, would he? He wouldn't even. He'd probably be signed for the City Football Group and loaned out until the end of his career. So I don't think he'd be the Fernandinho replacement. But probably a good player. He might make it at Brighton, possibly. There's big hopes for him from what I know, but I've never seen him play. Never. Here's Walker. Back to Stones, into Edison. Only about 5 minutes left now. 5 minutes this game. Man of the match, everyone. Let us know in the comments your man of the match. I think it's got to be Phil Foden, hasn't it? Or Cancelo, maybe. I think Phil Foden. He's been class, hasn't he, Foden? As he usually is. Fernandinho, what a ball into Sterling. Back heel to Foden. Foden wide to Mahrez. What a ball. Mahrez takes it in his stride. Oh, takes it around the fullback. Somehow's got around another one. Mahrez across the box. Cleared away. Just clear it away, Gladbach. Elmi said, I don't know, I can't watch the game, but I'm guessing Foden Stones are Cancelo. Julius is man of the match. Foden for me, yeah. Phil Foden's got to be man of the match. Oh, Mahrez. Little kick on Ben Spain, yeah. Nothing in it. Lanky says, man of the match, Pep Guardiola, yeah. Tactically, he's got it right, hasn't he, today? He's got it perfectly right. Even the substitutions I've liked. Getting the sharpness up of these players. The likes of Laporte, Zinchenko, Fernandinho. Because we're going to need them. We need the full squad. Great team selection as well. Sterling plays in. Foden in a foot race with Elvedi. Beats him. Across the box. It's blocked away for a corner. Foden's class. Andrew says Kevin De Bruyne for me. Lanky says watch your webpage. It's in the link in the description. It's a free website. We tried to update it as much as I possibly can with, highlights of the game and things like that. But mainly follow the Twitter and the Instagram. And subscribe, that's the main thing. The YouTube's the main one. These are just, offcuts of this channel. Sammer smashes it long. Zinchenko. Stones onto Mahrez. Oh, brilliant turn. He's unlucky there. Riyad Mahrez. Neuhaus. He looks, I think, to me, Florian Neuhaus is a much better player than Denis Zakaria. Honestly. Oh, players in here. Good pass to him. He's offside. Thought he might be. But yeah, Neuhaus has impressed me a lot. He's so calm in possession, Florian Neuhaus. Receives the ball under pressure. No problem for him. Janska's coming on for Elvedi, the centre-back. And it's Oscar Wendt, the Swedish full-back, for Ben Spaini. I think that is just Gladbach using the subs. Get a bit of legs. A bit of running in the Oscar Wendt and the Stefan Janska. Need some game time as well. So it's good about 5 subs. I mean, you think of City's 5 subs. We've brought on Aguero, Zinchenko, Laporte, Fernandinho and Sterling. That's some 5 subs, isn't it? De Bruyne plays out of pressure really well. Here's Laporte. Foden. Zinchenko. Aguero. Zinchenko. Sterling. Zinchenko. Laporte. City just seeing this game out like we've said multiple times now. They really are. They're knocking it around so well though. Oh, De Bruyne. Pass Wendt brilliantly. Oh, to Mahrez. He should have gone to Sergio. Mahrez goes to the top corner. He should have given it Sergio Aguero there, De Bruyne. De Bruyne should have given it Aguero then, I feel. Mahrez puts it over the bar. City have had 66 possession here. They've actually covered 2 less kilometres than this Gladbach side, 107 to 109. But Gladbach, they've been doing the running, haven't they, trying to close City down. Neuhaus, brilliant pass. Zakaria drives forward now. Oh, intercepted by Mahrez. Not looking the best is Denis Zakaria. Here is Denis Zakaria. Terrible switch of play. Not been impressive at all as the Swiss midfielder. Florian Neuhaus, on the other hand, has been very, very impressive. Here's Janska. Ginter. Back to Jan Sommer. Janska. Zakaria. Janska again. Gladbach. Keeping it at 2-0 for them. Decent result in the end. Janska, good pass. Oscar Wendt. Neuhaus over the top. Nice idea. Lanky says it's a shame Neuhaus is terrible defensively. Yeah, if he came into City, he wouldn't be a holding midfielder, would he? He'd play the Gundogan role. He'd definitely play the Gundogan role because he can receive the ball so well under pressure. He'd never play defensively like it. Oh, poor pass by Zinchenko. Zakaria bursts away here. Into Wolf. Wide to Traore. Into the legs of Kyle Walker. A goal for them they would be happy with. City be very disappointed to concede a late goal. Hoffman over the top. Across the box. Stones clears it away. Sterling. Not even jumping for that header then, Sterling. Oh, and then Liner just passed it out of play. 1 minute of the 2 minutes of added time. And City are going to the round 16. I think you can draw English teams after this because City could draw Chelsea, couldn't they? They could draw Liverpool. They could draw Real Madrid. Paris Saint-Germain. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure I want out of that group of teams left. I don't want an English side because the City tend to struggle when they play the English sides. Can we play every game in Hungary? Seems to be a good place for us to play football. Like Pep said, the pitch is perfect. Here's Fernandinho on the turn into Kevin De Bruyne. Could release Sterling, could release Mahrez here. Releases Mahrez instead. Mahrez at the right hand side. Mahrez puts another shot wide. And that is full time. Manchester City 2. Borussia Mönchengladbach 0. City 4-0 on aggregate go through. And go through with style, don't they? Into the quarterfinals now. They're out of the round of 16. Into the quarterfinals. Real Madrid wait. PSG wait. Chelsea or Atletico Madrid could wait. Liverpool. All to play for. Could City go far in the Champions League this season? We're hoping so. Thank you very much for joining this commentary. We'll be live again, once again, on Saturday. It's Manchester City versus Everton from Goodison Park in the FA Cup. That's going to be a tough, tough game, isn't it? The likes of Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison in form at the moment for Everton. So City winning Budapest. City go to the round of 16. From that, into the next round. And Lanky says Porto. I'm not sure I even want Porto either. They're the sort of side that City usually get knocked out to. Very frustrating. We know what City are like to getting knocked out to the sides. But thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. The more you like, the more you subscribe, the quicker we grow. We're trying to hit that 1,000. And surely we'll get there eventually. So thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you next time.